Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you. I still have my voice down a little bit from the SmackDown tapings. I originally just came to YouTube today to see if there was any YouTubers' videos out there that I could watch to pass some time before I folded some clothes. And immediately I saw that WWE Fan Nation had uploaded a video pumping up everybody for the big Royal Rumble pre-show match. The Miz versus Antonio Cesaro. I made a lot of videos about The Miz around WrestleMania time when he was getting slacked out of the WrestleMania card. How one guy can go from main eventing WrestleMania 27 to barely squeaking into WrestleMania 28 involved in some however many 8 or 10 man tag, however many guys they pumped into that match. That was SmackDown. Well, it wasn't even SmackDown versus Raw. Teddy Long versus People Power. But The Miz is the guy that I honestly really like, but I don't believe there's any doubt in my mind that he is going to get his ass kicked on that Royal Rumble pre-show. When I listen to a lot of radio podcasts, a lot of people like to label The Miz and his current persona as being, this sort of babyface guy that still acts heel, even though we're supposed to like him and he's shoved down our throat, as some big dweeb or dork, or, he's just basically a guy that you just don't really have to care about on the roster at all. And I think they prove it right now by putting him on this Royal Rumble pre-show match. A few weeks ago on Miz TV, Ric Flair proclaimed The Miz as the new Ric Flair. This is something that has been tried time and time again. WCW tried to do this with Rick and David. TNA tried to do it with AJ Styles and Ric Flair. I'm pretty sure nobody will remember the WCW one, but everybody should remember what happened to AJ Styles. AJ Styles won the TNA title, was the man. He hadn't held the title in a very long time. He was always been the face of the company, and it seemed like the company was actually finally getting behind him and putting him in that main slot again. Only for them to dress him up like he's supposed to be the nature boy, running around the town in his $10,000 designer suits. If you remember back to the first live Impact when they were doing the Monday Night Wars again, he came out wearing the Ric Flair robe and the boa, and it pretty much grounded AJ Styles to the point that nobody wanted to see this guy, or nobody wanted to care about him anymore. And basically, nobody was really caring about The Miz when he flip-flopped, because he basically was being the same guy that he was before. He was only getting his ass kicked on a lot more bigger occasions. But I don't think there's a chance in the world he's going to win the title from Cesaro in the world. If you want to make The Miz be a big deal, you don't have to call him the new Ric Flair. You don't have to have him start using the figure 4. If you want him to use the figure 4, just have him start using it. I think Bret the Hitman Hart didn't show up to The Rock and raise his hand up and say, "You're the new Hitman, start using the sharpshooter." He just did it one time, and then all of a sudden he did it again, and then that was the signature move again. If he wants to give his signature move away, that's fine. At least learn how to do it a little bit better, Miz. It's just dumb. I know in a lot of other countries in Mexico, new wrestlers will slide into roles and people will wear the mask, and it's a masked role, or maybe people will paint their face, and so you can hide it a little bit better. Like when they had Sin Cara got the drug suspension, and Hunico stepped up to the plate, and Hunico started wearing the Sin Cara mask. Internet marks like myself and you guys out there could tell the difference. Some 9-year-old kid sitting at home watching SmackDown wasn't going to be able to tell, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I don't really think that a guy that's been a former champion needs this kind of a rub from Ric Flair. Is just the only reason that they really brought him back. I think most people have heard the story that Rick was supposed to be on Raw and SmackDown this week. One thing led to another, and he wasn't there. No real news story is broke, but it wouldn't surprise me to the point of Rick saying, I want to be in WWE, but I'm not going to be in WWE just to be a manager, some guy that's going to lose week in, week out. It doesn't make any sense. At least let me do something that makes sense and that's going to be memorable. Don't just, tout me out there. Yes, I need the paycheck, but don't make me, the joke of the week, and you're just basically trying to make somebody off of me, and you're not even really putting them over. So basically, Royal Rumble prediction is that Cesaro's going to squash this guy. Honestly, if I wouldn't have been at the SmackDown tapings this week, where they taped main event, where they taped SmackDown, where they put some push behind this match, with The Miz wrestling and Cesaro on the booth, and then also with on main event with Cesaro wrestling Ryback, Miz being the host of the show, being on there. I don't think I really would have got behind this match, but basically right now, The Miz is a dork. He's not going to be the guy to beat Cesaro. Cesaro, everything he's doing is excellent. His in-ring work is spectacular. I like that he is sort of becoming an American sympathizer, I guess you could say, feeling sorry for the Americans that actually go out and try and do hard, and there's all this all the lazy people basically bringing us down. I love him coming out with a big American flag. The bigger is better. But honestly, if you go back to the 80s with the Rougeau brothers coming out with the very small American flags, that was money too. So that is my thoughts. Miz is going to get squashed. A+ to Cesaro. C- to The Miz. I have no clue. Rick, if you're going to be in WWE, please do something meaningful and don't waste your time like this.